up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Brad Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Indeed, it is the Buckeye Show. I am Tito. Depot, the doctor to my right, DeVier Posey. Jacob Reimer back there running things for us. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Got a big show lined up for you. DeVier, how is life, my friend?
Man, I can't complain. It couldn't be any better, man. I'm talking about I love not having a job.
What do you mean?
Can I be honest? Like, I love just like waking up.
Because you're an owner.
Yeah, just making stuff happen.
Right.
You know, if the fan asked me to be W-2, I would probably say no. I like being able to say, hey, no, guys.
Yeah.
I'm golfing today.
Right, yes.
Hey, I'm with the kids today. I'm doing
Sure.
something. So, man, like I get in these moments every time, once a week, where I just say thank you. Like I love life right now, Tito. The only thing I'm really mad about is that Ohio State can't control the scoreboard this weekend. Like it's starting to make me mad.
How so?
Well, because it's like, why am I so excited about a home playoff game and you're going to control? Like, if there's a Tennessee hype video on here.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. And I know they're playing the Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee gets like their entrance music and stuff like that going. Yeah. It's being
Absolutely.
operated by the CFP. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see
man.
what you're saying.
So I'm appreciative. Besides that one thing, it's just starting to get under my skin a little bit this week as I think about it. Like, no third down bell. What's going on?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's that kind of stuff. Yeah, it won't feel like a home game in that regard.
Yeah.
We are inching closer to the game. By the way, it's an hour show tonight because we have Inside Edge at 7 o'clock, followed by On the Money at 8. We're going to have some sound from Ryan Day from earlier today. We've got some news on an Ohio State transfer coming in. Also an update on the offensive tackle prospect from the class of 26. What else are we going to do today? We're going to talk about basketball a little bit at the end of the show because the men and women both got wins yesterday. And Ohio State's getting lots of love from the betting world in the football side of things. By the way, the weekend coming up is going to be amazing. You can join the fan live on campus Saturday as the Buckeyes host Tennessee in the college football playoff. We're tailgating at the Ozone on Lane. The fan pregame show and the fan tailgate show will broadcast live from Lane Avenue from 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Admission to the Ozone is free. Stage announcements from Timmy Hall and Dane Sanzenbacher. Music from the fabulous Johnson Brothers. The Fan at the Ozone on Lane is sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Hollywood Casino, Michelob Ultra, Jack Daniels, Pepsi, TNT Equipment, and Tito's Handmade Vodka. It's going to be a blast out there this weekend for Ohio State. We're getting close to the game now, and it's, it seems like our good friend Mecca Don put this out there, and it's really true. He said, this week is going by so slowly.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait for Saturday. Really Friday, too, because I want to watch the game Friday night with Indiana Notre Dame.
I can't believe today is Wednesday. It feels like Thursday.
I know it does. It totally does. And it seems to me like the game should be here already.
Yep. And then we got to wait all day Saturday.
Right. Which, at least there'll be other things going on. Look, there's NFL in addition to the college football playoff games going on that day. You got Houston, Kansas City, and then also Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and then you got the other 3 playoff games as well.
Indiana, Penn State. What we got? Texas, Clemson.
You got Texas, Clemson, SMU. Right,
SMU Penn State is 12. Texas Clemson is
4 or 4:30, whatever.
And then
4,
we're 8 o'clock.
And we're 8 o'clock.
Yep. And then maybe some random bowl games. Or you think bowl games are off of this Saturday?
I bet they take it off, but I'm
they
not
took
sure.
it off.
I don't know if they did or not, but does anyone even care about the other bowl games?
I don't think there's any bowl games on. I think it's just blocked off for the
CFP.
For the CFP.
Looks like it is. Yeah. But we do have bowl games tonight. Like right now, Western Kentucky's playing James Madison in the Boca Raton Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I will not watch a single bowl game other than the CFP game.
That's called the 401k bowl.
That's what that is. You're
Hey,
right.
you got to say this Jersey matchup's pretty nice though, with Western Kentucky going with the all red and JMU going with the all purple.
And then
looks pretty nice
against UNLV and Inglewood. Inglewood always up to no good. That's tonight at 9 o'clock in the Art of Sport LA Bowl.
Is that at SoFi?
That's at SoFi.
Nice.
UNLV favored by 3.5 in that game. So. But I don't watch bowl games anymore, except for I watch CFP games and the Ohio State game obviously every year. But I'm not going to watch these other silly bowls. There's nothing that interests me about.
Here's what you're looking for, Tito. You want to know?
Sure.
Last year, I was like, man, I'll watch this Capital One Bowl. oh, Tennessee has a star quarterback in this guy who's starting in the bowl game for the first time. Nico, I am 11.
Okay.
We're going against this week. This is where you get you're a preseason rankings guy. You're a preseason All-American guy, Tito. Don't you have a preseason list you publish on the Bleacher Report?
All that stuff. Yeah, look, I'm all about the preseason. Yeah, that all leads into the season. Like, excited about it. I will do that. I've already looked at like opponents in the NFL next year to see who will be the Thanksgiving games, hopefully. I do that.
Tito plans ahead. So here, since I know you plan ahead, Tito.
Yeah.
This is a good opportunity for you to see your preseason All-Americans next year, because this is where the guys have the games. He's like, oh, he had a good bowl game. He's going to have a good year next year. That's the only reason you watch him.
I can't. DP, I can't. Look, it's holiday time coming up, all this other stuff going on. I can't devote 3.5 hours to Northern Illinois this time of year. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I would be out on the Boca Raton 401k retirement bowl, too.
The SRS Distribution Bowl at SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowls, USC and Texas A&M. That's coming up on next Friday, the 27th. Can't wait for that one. Whatever. Anyway, DeVier, so we obviously there was the offensive tackle from Cal Poly, Brady Norton, who Ohio State liked, and he committed to Michigan. But the Buckeyes did get a commitment from a former Minnesota offensive tackle, Philip Daniels.
Yeah.
He's coming here.
He's a Cincy guy.
Yep, Cincy guy, and he didn't get offered by Ohio State, and that's why he went to Minnesota in the first place. He started the last 4 games at Minnesota this year at right tackle, and he's 6'5", 315, redshirt sophomore. He's got 3 years of eligibility left. So
it's just, man, that blows my mind.
He was considered the number 4 tackle in the portal. He was a 3-star recruit coming out of high school, and most of his Division I offers, as according to this story on 11 Warriors, came from a group of 5 schools. He played at Cincinnati Princeton down there.
He probably played with Paris. He probably was a little bit younger than Paris. Yeah.
He is Paris's cousin.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Philip Daniels. Oh, makes sense.
That's him. So, anyway, I know it's not the number 1 guy, but still, I'm fine with getting as many big body guys as you can. And if you look at what Ohio State, bringing in Seth McLaughlin from Alabama, who Alabama didn't hold in very high regard.
The 2024 Remington.
Yeah, and he wins it now and comes here. So, you can say what you want about the coaching of the offensive line, the recruiting, if you have problems with it. But if this year's offensive line had stayed healthy, it would not be an issue at all.
Well, I'll go as far as to say is Coach Fry is in a freezing cold seat. His seat isn't hot to me, because what the product he's been able to put out there with the cards he's been dealt, all the way back to the portal, just what he's made happen.
Yeah,
to be one, even in consideration for the Joe Moore Offensive Line of the Year.
Yeah,
have a Remington finalist. Have a guy go from left tackle to left. I'm sorry, from left guard to left tackle.
Right,
and for the communicator of the technique, the communicator of the offensive calls. Yeah, coach you to success. Coach Fry, in my eyes, is probably the coach of the year on the Ohio State staff.
All the injuries they've had, it's been, and I've been impressed, yes, with what they've been able to come.
Coach Walton, the DB, I would give it to Coach Fry.
There we go.
Would you give him the Coach of the Year awards?
I would probably consider that, just because it's a lot of adversity to overcome.
I would give Coach Lachlan would be a finalist. Coach Lachlan would, Coach Fry would, and Coach Knowles.
All right. Yeah, Knowles for sure, yes. I agree with that too. So, anyway, but... getting closer to that game, and we're going to do some more Buckeye talk coming up here, but we're going to break right now. But coming up next, Ryan Day spoke today, and we'll hear what he had to say next. This is the Buckeye Show, brought to you by Coors Light and Care Source, right here on 97.1 The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt...
just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Don't miss a minute of the Ohio State football postseason presented by CareSource, Kroger, and State Farm. Celebrate the culmination of the 2024 season with all of Buckeye Nation and follow along on the official athletic site from the opening postseason kickoff to the final whistle in Atlanta. We have you covered. It's the 2024 Ohio State football postseason presented by CareSource, Kroger, and State Farm. Visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/postseason central now for more information. Go Bucks!
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown, dumb since day one. The Fan.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
If somebody is still asking what you want for Christmas, just tell them to sign you up for the Fan Golf League at Fairway Columbus. You don't want to miss out on all this fun. Chance to keep your game sharp, chance to get inside and still play golf during these winter months, and a chance to win signed memorabilia, game tickets, gift cards, and more, including some prize packs from Woodford Reserve. There's going to be drink specials every week, and there's that McGinnis Grill delicious food. The 12-week league starts on January 5th, and there are only a few spots remaining. Sign up now.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, any sprinkles giving way to a couple of flurries tonight. Temperatures running in the upper 30s. Overnight, falling down to around 30 degrees, light winds and mostly cloudy skies. Plenty of clouds around, light winds, and on the cool side Thursday, but dry. Temperatures holding in the mid to upper 30s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Buckeye talk and occasional discussion about the latest tracksuit trends.
Yes, looking nice.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Indeed, it is the Buckeye Show. Thank you for tuning in. Jump in the YouTube chat if you'd like to as well and communicate with us there. We did get a compliment already in that one, DeVier.
What was it?
McChickens said, handsome studs.
Really?
Don't look for you looked at me the way you looked at me.
I'm just asking, was it plural? Let's check and see if it was plural.
Listen, it was plural, but the way you looked at me, you gave me the side eye like, you mean both of us?
No, I meant
that's I got it. It's okay. I got it. DeVier, I got it coming to me because I've said some stuff to you that I regret. I've thrown jabs at you unintentionally, some intentionally, mostly unintentionally. But look, your eyes message loud and clear.
I just want to know, is it plural?
It's plural with 3 exclamation points.
All right. I guess we are.
No, that's fine. You're pretty. Okay. You're pretty. You're pretty. Okay. You know what this is right here? Beauty and the Beast. That's what we have right here is Beauty and the Beast. That's okay. So DeVier, Ryan Day spoke today. Mm-hmm. And here's one of the things he talked about with, and we know they relied on the run way too much against Michigan. They tried to force it, but he did say they need Travion and Quinshawn to be really efficient. Here's what Ryan Day had to say there.
We got to run downhill, and everybody's a part of that. Will's a part of that. The receivers are part of that. The tight ends, but obviously the offensive line and running backs are a critical part of that. So you've heard me say this before: 3-yard runs got to be 5-yard runs. We got to take care of the football. We got to get downhill, and then the first 4 yards are the most important. We got to get 4 yards every run, and then after that, that's up to them. And they know that they want to play their best game. I think the preparation's been good.
So we know they're going to still try to run the ball. I've dug out the past 60 times. The running game needs to be, like he said, efficient. But I just hope that they put them in positions to have more success. That's what I'm really looking for. Don't just run it right up the middle. But you've got to find ways to get these guys a little bit of space and a couple of steps going. Tennessee's defensive line is stellar. It's the best part of their defense is the defensive line as far as I'm concerned. And you've got to get Trey and Quinshawn chances to make big plays.
The Michigan State game, a little dicey first quarter,
right?
Second quarter. But the utilization of the tight ends, the utilization of Emeka Buka in the run game, coming down, chipping on DNs, coming in, hitting the linebackers. I want to see that run game because when you add that extra hat to the box, when you're in those bigger personnels, you just give your running backs another body to run behind. And so I thought that game for the receivers was Emeka Buka's best blocking game. And then he also was productive in the passing game. So we'll love to see that package in place just due in part to the fact that we know they have a lottery pick edge rusher, right? So somebody's going to have to take some football out of him too. That's what we call it. Just take some football out of him. So on this pass down running back, just chip a shoulder and then get out to the flat. But let's take some football off of him in the pass game. Let's hit him, and then in the run game, let's move him around and let's bully him and put a receiver and alignment on him. So I'm excited that we're running the ball, but at the same time, though, Tito, I don't want us to get fixated on the run, like proving a point fixated,
like they did against Michigan.
You said it, not me.
No, they did. That's exactly what it was.
Yep.
And so, DeVier, I'm with you. I'm very excited about seeing, because Day and Chip Kelly both, they pretty much admitted that, look, we probably should have gone away from some of that stuff we did, running the ball. We should have done something else. It wasn't working. We should have done something else. I'm paraphrasing what they said after that, but after they watched the film and they realized that. And so, yes, I want to see a dynamic play called game. Dynamic play calling of the games I want to see. Ryan Day, one of the big topics always that we talk about here this year, it seems like, is the offensive line. And here's Ryan Day talking about getting involved with the offensive line at this moment and why.
Want them to play with great confidence in this game. And, whenever, you feel like there's something that needs addressed, you got to make sure you're on it. I feel like, they've had a good week of practice and their confidence is building. And I want to be a part of that. I'll be a part of that again today. Justin's worked hard this week and those guys have as well. But it comes down to the leadership of Donovan and Josh. And then it goes from Carson and then obviously to the guards. But
so we'll go play one more here on if Luke Montgomery's going to start at left guard, then we'll talk about both these. Here's Ryan Day on Luke Montgomery.
We really haven't talked about probably the starter yet, but they're going to roll and see how today goes, and then we'll kind of decide who's going to end up taking the first snap.
I'm saying it all year, DeVier. I think there's a combination in there that will work really well. I don't know what the hell that combination is, but I feel like if they can find the right mix, they can have success. And I hope they use Will Howard's legs a little more and his mobility, because and I'm not saying they have a subpar offensive line. If you have a subpar offensive line, though, a mobile quarterback can make up for that.
Yeah. You run the risk of Will getting dinged. He got dinged in that Michigan game.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think, making that a vocal point in the past game, what I would love to see, Tito, is us establishing the run early, right? Getting Trevion and Quinshawn, like Coach Day is saying, picking up 4 yards every pop.
Yeah.
Right, boom. Those behind, tackle for losses, can't have those much. I want to see our receivers involved in the run game. Let's get dirty, guys.
Yeah.
No matter what, we're getting a hand on a defensive player. We're helping this offensive line and we're moving the ball. But I think when Will Howard gets in the groove early with some early easy passes, maybe get him on a boot, get him a flat, get him Trevion, give him a Mecca, give him Jeremiah over the middle. I think in the Michigan game, he didn't see those early completions, and he sort of just stuttered all through the game because he didn't have those early completions. But when you go think back, like even in an Oregon game, that first drive was impressive. Will got going.
Sure.
And, the tight end catch is going to be controversial for years, because it was a game of the year 2024 in terms of the Herbie Awards. But he got going. It's just like a shooter or a golfer or a pitcher. You start seeing some strikeouts go early. You start knocking some pars in, knocking some birdies in.
Yep.
You make some shots early. You're going to be in a groove. I would love to see Will get in a groove early and not trying to do makeup on long downs. Let's let him see some shots go in, see some passes go in early, because it'll help his rhythm.
And I know that obviously
maybe 2 minutes, starting 2 minutes, forget it.
The Penn State game with the first early pick, and then he impressed me the way he bounced back. Because I thought Ohio State was in deep trouble at that point, but that early, but yes, getting going early I think is important for his confidence and for just for the confidence of the offense overall.
Yeah, I mean, like the defense plays better, right?
Yeah, sure they do. Yeah. Yeah. If you get the sense, if the defense feels like, hey, we're going to score 35 points today, it's a lot easier to play defense than, hey, we're going to score 10. Yeah, it's a lot different. Speaking of the defense, Nico Iamaleava, is that right?
Yep.
I nailed it. Nico Iamaleava. Here's Ryan Day talking about what he sees in him.
Well, he's got a strong arm, which is critical with their offense and how they want to, push the ball to the sideline. With the NFL hashes, with the college hashes, it's certainly wider than it is in the NFL. And so, they try to spread you all the way to the sideline. So he's in line with the quarterbacks they've had in the past who have strong arm. He can get the ball out quickly, makes good decisions, but he's also athletic. He's done a nice job of, if the first, couple reads aren't there, he goes and looks to make plays. So we got to make sure that we got a good plan for his scrambles, because that's something that's kind of been hidden this year for them. And he's very accurate as well. So very talented.
Got to put pressure on him.
Yeah.
Got to make him uncomfortable back there. I know Tennessee's got a great running game, but you need to try to force Tennessee to throw the ball. That's why that quick start comes into play again, right?
Yeah. So I met Chip for the first time this spring, and we talked about that Rose Bowl when Oregon played Ohio State. And he said our game plan was to make Terrell Pryor throw the ball 25 times all season. He hasn't thrown the ball for more than 25 times, and Ohio State has won. Terrell has statistically the best passing game of his career in that bowl game.
Right.
And you wonder if Ohio State puts Nico in that position. Like, hey, we want you.
You beat us.
You beat us, Nico.
Yeah.
We're taking a runaway. You beat us. What I fear is our DBs have had some issues this year. Is that sewed up? If I'm Tennessee looking in the mirror and saying, hey, what about us? How do we catch Ohio State off guard? Squirrel White has to have a big day.
Yeah.
Right? Like we have to attack number 10. We have to number 1 gets pass interferences when you throw the ball down. And I'm just saying that's what their mindset is.
Yeah.
So going back to my story with Chip, let's just pray this isn't his best statistical passing day if we're going to entice him to pass the ball, add extra hats to the box, and say, hey, we're going to take away, Dylan Sampson.
Scott in the chat wants to know from you, DeVier, would you like to see JJ move around more, like take some snaps at slot?
Here's the thing. We don't realize how good Marvin Harrison was. That's the gap between a junior top 5 wide receiver and a freshman All-American, is that Marvin could be the same receiver in all 3 positions, slot, outside. I just don't think that Jeremiah is ready to decipher, hey, okay, I'm in the slot. The linebacker has me. We Mike pointed the linebacker. That means the safety got me. Or we Mike pointed to Will. That means the linebacker. He's not ready yet.
Okay.
to be in the slot, you have to have that knowledge, right? You have to have that. He's right where he needs to be in terms of his progression. But to get to in the slot and catch the ball, you got to be number one receiver, clear cut. Like, he has to have like a Mecca's knowledge.
Right.
I don't know if he's there yet, but he has the ability, Tito.
Yeah. I just want to see him get the ball more. I want to see more touches for him. I don't care how he gets it.
Tough, man. He's a freshman receiver. As good as he is, just like, and I'm not saying that he's not a smart player. I'm just saying to ask a freshman to be the matchup one-on-one wide receiver who you're just like to do Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, to do Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase things.
Right.
It's kind of crazy in terms of expectations, right?
But if he gets going, man, it reminds me so much with the stride of Ted Ginn. It reminds me so much of that when I see him take off and start running and see that long stride he's got.
Yeah.
It's that's what it reminds me of when I see it. So, all right, coming up next, Ohio State's getting lots of action from the betting world. We'll talk about that next. This is the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
Treat your family to savory Meyer ham and make any meal a holiday feast. Now through December 24th, a delicious Meyer spiral sliced half ham is just 79 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1, no clipping necessary. Discount automatically applied when your M-Perks ID is entered to checkout. Get a 12-pack of King's Hawaiian Rolls for just $3.99. Meyer brand canned vegetables are 39 cents each, and 16-ounce Meyer butter quarters are only $2.99. Incredible taste and low prices make the holidays a good deal better. Exclusions apply. Go to the Meyer app for details.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts. And for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith, Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The home of Big Ten championships and future first-rounders. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Yes, you are. It is The Buckeye Show. Tito and DeVier with you. By the way, the Fan and 10 TV have combined for the best Buckeye playoff coverage. Friday at 4 o'clock. 10 TV News at 4 will be live. At 4 o'clock will be live from the Horseshoe with the Fan's Tyvis Powell on 10 TV there, which is good news for the backboard at the Papa Shot game out here. Gets a little bit of rest. I tweeted out a picture, by the way, of a basketball I think that Tyvis may have shot. You can see it in the photo. Follow me on @ThitHappens on Twitter. Saturday from 2:30 to 6:30, listen to the Fan pregame and tailgate shows from campus or watch the shows on 10 TV Plus in the Fan's YouTube channel. You will be involved in that, won't you, DeVier?
Absolutely.
Pre-game coverage?
Oh, no, not this weekend.
Not this weekend.
Yeah, so I'm out.
Saturday, 8 o'clock, turn down the sound on your TV and listen to Paul and Jim on your smart speaker or the Fan app. The best Buckeye playoff coverage is on the Fan, 10 TV, and always streaming on 10 TV Plus. By the way, I meant to do this earlier. Former Ohio State wide receiver, Jaden Ballard, has chosen Wisconsin as his new home. He is headed there to play for former Buckeye Luke Fickell. Jaden Ballard, very talented, but I get why he leaves. You know, with the receiver room, what it is and everything, I understand why. He will do well at Wisconsin.
got a lot of respect for Jaden Ballard in terms of staying out of negative talks.
Mm-hmm.
He has always been a player that, hey, he's coming. He's just, unfortunately, came across a Jackson Smith and Jigba, a Marvin Harrison and Jeremiah Smith and Mega Buka. His time runs within those guys, but there's been, comments about, hey, he participated in the pro day and pro scouts were impressed by him. He's shown the ability to be effective on special teams. All he needs to do is just go put up, 50 catches for 500 to 800 yards. He's a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been under Hartline's tutelage for 4 years now. So to me, he's a Buckeye through and through. And I've always loved the way that he's carried himself around Columbus, around these competitions, and never really had can I be honest? He never really had a punk or a sucker moment. Like he's stood on business and been like, hey, I'm not leaving. Like I got to get better. And I respect that about him in a portal world that he really held it down. And I'm a big fan of Jaden as a human, man. Super excited for him. I think Kenny Guyton, my former teammate, he's going to get him.
That's true. Smooth
Guyton,
Jazz. Man. I forgot
Smooth
Kenny
Jazz,
G.
Man. Kenny Guyton. I'm happy he's going up there and being around some Buckeyes. It'll be comfortable for him, and I think he's going to have a great year next year.
I work for Ballard, except when Ohio State travels to Wisconsin next year.
Absolutely.
According to multiple sports books, this is on ESPN, and odds makers, they are saying that more bets have been placed and more money wagered on the Buckeyes to win the CFP than any other team. So people are still, despite the Michigan loss, a 3-touchdown home favorite in that one, it says it did not slow the betting public interest in Ohio State. Now, in the first 24 hours after the Michigan loss, ESPN Bet got more action on the Buckeyes to win the CFP than any other team. So, Ohio State fans are rabid. They are passionate, which is why Ohio State football games on TV always get incredible ratings, which is why Ohio State gets talked about so much, not only here, but just on a national level. And it doesn't surprise me that they are getting the most action on this because there's so many Ohio State fans in this, and they get talked about so much that I would be surprised. I'd be more surprised if they didn't get the most money bet on them.
Yeah, but also the most money bet on them is scaring me because Vegas is always going to win.
Well, they are. There was I'm trying to find the gentleman's name here, but they said the only sharp action they got from the sharps, just so you know, are the ones that really know what the hell they're doing. And those guys, the sharps, are the ones that can really move the line. If a sports book sees a guy who they label a sharp, put a lot of money one way, they might move the line the other way because it'll concern them. He said this guy Sanders.
Do you personally know any sharps?
Other than, I don't think I'd call Scotty Vegas a sharp. He's probably the closest. I am not a sharp. If I was a sharp, you would never see me.
You would be divorced.
Oh, I'd be divorced, but I don't. But if I was a sharp, I'd also be very rich. So, and he said, this guy said the only sharp action we've seen was we put Ohio State at -7. One of our sharper players laid 7 right off the bat, and so there is a lot of interest in Ohio State wagering there. So it doesn't surprise me. There's an interesting one here, and Ryan, you can chime in on this too. Here's the odds of a conference championship winner. Okay, so I'm going to give you the conferences and tell you the odds. You tell me which bet would be the best bet you think. You could take a Big Ten winner for -115, SEC winner +160, Independent, which would be Notre Dame, +800, ACC +2,500, Big 12 +5,000, Mountain West +6,000. If you had to lay money on this, which conference do you think is a championship winner?
I think I'd go with Independent.
You would take Notre Dame at the +800.
I would. I like that value, and I mean, given Oregon's path,
right,
could cause a little bump in the road for them, and it's not great odds anyways.
Right.
And then I don't trust Georgia without Beck now.
No,
so
neither.
Somewhere Bodie Wells stopped his car.
Oh,
got outside on the highway and took his shirt off. Jacob Reimer said that Notre Dame is going to win the national championship. Bodie Wells is smiling right now.
This is the first time I've ever wondered if Bodie is Reimer's boss. Like, I don't know if Bodie's executive producer.
Right, because
you think it'd be sharp.
For him to say something like that.
Yeah,
Bodie influenced them.
I think so. I totally think he did. Yes. How about you, DeVier? Where would you put yours? On the Big Ten?
I would say Big Ten.
Too, yeah.
And we're the defending national champion. In terms of last team who won. So yeah, I would take the Big Ten, man. It's the best league in America.
The ESPN also did something with their college football beat reporters and did the top 50 players playing in the CFP. Will Howard checked in at number 42.
That's pretty low.
Well, that's and then we got a long way before we go to that. Jack Sawyer was 32. Cody Simon was 29. Donovan Jackson 23. Caleb Downs was 19. And Jeremiah Smith was 10. So neither one of the running backs made it, which kind of surprised me. I thought I thought Quinshawn would sneak onto that list. A little surprised he didn't, or Ibuka for that matter. You know what I mean? I thought they would probably be on the list somewhere also. But I mean, figure what there's 12 teams, so I get it. 50 players. But Jeremiah, I thought he might be a little higher than 10 even, but he is one of the highest. I actually think he is the highest ranked wide receiver on the list. Ashton Jeanty was number 1, followed by Dylan Gabriel at 2. Cam Scatterby was 3. Tyler Warren, the Penn State tight end, who had 88 catches this year so far, he was 4th. And Kelvin Banks Jr., the offensive line for Texas, he was 5th.
Warren got a Heisman vote.
That's right, he did he? Yeah, he did. 88 catches this year for 1,062 yards. But Abdul Carter, Penn State, was 6th. That's another one of the names jumped out at me. I saw that on that one. But it'll be interesting to see. I really thought like we'd see Ibuka and Quinshawn on this list as well, because I do feel like they're the best among top 50.
No Caleb Downs?
Yeah, Caleb Downs on there. Yeah, he was 19, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, he was 19.
Okay.
Yeah, Caleb was 19.
All right. And so highest rank from defense is Caleb Downs.
Yeah, highest ranked is Caleb Downs. Yep. And
he should be way higher.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Dude's a beast.
That's pretty low.
He is everywhere on the field.
He really is. Yeah, he really is. But and maybe I'm biased. I probably would have had 10 Ohio State players on here, so I got to probably check myself on that one, because there's a lot of the guys I could make a case for too. On
Cody
this
Simon's on there.
Cody Simon's 29th. Yep. He's got 31 tackles this year, 5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. And it seemed to me like earlier in the year, DeVier, there were a couple of times when I didn't hear his name called very often in a game. But then there was I don't know, it was a Penn State game or right before that, but there was then surge then where it seemed like he was in on every play for like 4 games in a row. Like you'd hear his name all the time.
It was after that. It was from the Iowa to Michigan game.
Okay, that's
stretch.
what it was.
He had an incredible stretch in the back half of the season. I mean, he finished strong.
Yep.
He had a rough start coming out, right? Like he was a bit
he was
banged up coming out of training camp.
Missed some time.
Yep. And then once he got in the groove, man, he had the type of season that I thought he would. Being a part of goal line stands, being a part of 3 and outs and 4th down stops. I mean, Cody Simon was a great Blocko wearer this year. Like just a wearer of the jersey. He did a good job. I mean, he represented great.
The coming up next, we will do our final segment of the program. Devin Royal is a beast. We'll talk about that. Boy, Jacob Rhymes will be excited about that one. We'll do that next. This is the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Attention, Buckeye Nation. Get ready and grab a Coors Light to cheer on our Ohio State Buckeyes as we fight for a spot in the championship. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly. Ready to be the change and have a positive impact on your community? Consider joining the Columbus Division of Police. Starting pay is $70,000 plus, growing to 6 figures after 4 years of service. We offer paid vacations, paid holidays, and health insurance. Do you aspire to complete your degree? We offer 100% tuition reimbursement after you complete your first year of service. Contact the CPD recruiting unit at jobs@columbuspolice.org or apply online at columbus.gov/government/jobs. The City of Columbus is an equal opportunity employer.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye Spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day.
or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Announcing our $99 home preventive maintenance checkup. It's getting cold out there. Carpenter and Bryant will do whatever it takes to get you ready for the winter months. Check out Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric at carpentercolumbus.com.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Visit McAfee.com/online protection to get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. That's McAfee.com/online protection.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and a full week into Awaken 180, and I dropped 12.5 pounds. It's like a heavy bowling ball. Guys, girls, this program is easy, and the best part is that it works. I'm so glad I looked into the program, and trust me, you will be too. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Scarlet and Gray 24/7, or however long the show is tonight. You are listening to the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Buckeye Show, final segment of the program. Thank you for tuning into the chat. We appreciate that. Love communicating with all of you. There's a special guest to the chat right now, DeVier.
Who is it?
One Timothy Hall says, great show tonight. You guys are allowing me a nice Bibby Bop dinner.
Tim Hall, you never stop working.
Dude, he sent me a text early. He's day off today. He sent me a text about the sound for Ryan Day that he had edited. And so, yeah, he doesn't. It's a PTO. It's a day off.
I'm awfully jealous that he has Bibby Bop.
You a Bibby Bop guy?
It is.
I don't think I've ever had it. Never had
Bibby Bop guy?
Oh yes, love Bibby Bop. But I wasn't put onto it until a few years ago.
Have you ever had real Bibby Bop?
What does that mean?
Oh,
like that's like the name of the restaurant. Like there's a real dish called Bibby Bop.
Oh no, I don't.
It's like it's served in a hot stone bowl, and it's really good.
I just get
like real Bibby Bop.
I just get chicken and potatoes, and then I get the white rice. I don't go with the purple. Cheese, corn, sesame, kale, and I get teriyaki on it.
Have you tried Rebel in Rich Park?
I have not. No.
I feel like I'm listening to Man and Bone now.
That's on my
really
list
good.
though.
It's really good. It's really good. It's like it's a Chipotle type of layout, right? Like you pick your food, bowl, all the things, but it's just, man, they got a honey bun latte.
Oh,
it's so good. Oh, so good.
All right.
Common man just stopped his car somewhere.
Right, this is a man and bone segment right now.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't mind. Hell, we can do this rest segment if you want to. Ohio State men yesterday got a win against Valpo, 95-73, and they improved to 7-4 overall, 6-1 at home. Big game out of Devin Royal, 31 points and 15 rebounds. He has been on fire lately. And look, they should win this game. I heard Scotty Vegas say, by the way, it was a 22.5-point favorite. Ohio State won by 22, but still put 95 up after what I saw in the Auburn game and what we also, all of us saw in the Maryland game. It's important to get wins like this. And they've got to figure out, look, this Saturday is going to be a huge game for Ohio State. Now, I'm not talking the football will be also, but also Ohio State plays Kentucky in basketball. Mm-hmm. And I think 5 o'clock is when that game starts. There's a 3 o'clock game, North Carolina, UCLA. Ohio State is after that one against Kentucky. But I need to see Ohio State compete with a team that's better than them.
Something like the Texas A&M game, like a performance like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that Texas A&M game, I didn't want it to be the bar, but we shot the ball extremely well in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basketball. It's a make or miss league, make or miss, marginal difference. We play like that. We can play with Auburn. We can play with Kentucky, but that being your ceiling is tough to maintain. But I do want to mention the improvement of Devin Royal.
Yeah.
In terms of last year, obviously he's playing more minutes. Field goal percentage is up. He's taking better shots. He's knocking the three down at a more consistent clip. Free throws are better.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting more active on the boards with his minutes. His assists are higher. His blocks are about the same. Steals up, points up, about 11 points. You talk about development, improvement. Coach Diebler and what we're seeing from Devin Royal here could possibly be the biggest momentum shift in Coach Diebler's career if Devin Royal, a local product recruited by Diebler, can really take this average of 15 to 20 and take if he can grow, he could be a staple for this program on hey, this is what development looks like. This is a McDonald's All-American. This is the blueprint.
You talked earlier about Will Howard and getting off to a fast start and getting confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that with Devin Royal to where he's playing a lot more confidently than he ever has.
He looks like Pickerington Central. His confidence looks like how he looked in high school.
Right.
Just super swaggy, super confident, super laid back. Just a lot of bravado, and you kind of didn't see that last year.
No, it's gotten to a point where he's taken that leap to where he seems so damn confident going to the rim. He scores everywhere.
He's a 3-level scorer.
Yeah, sure. And it's fun to see that too. Here's Diebler. This is Diebler talking about the 15 rebounds from Devin Royal.
He's always had a knack for it, but he's playing with a great deal of effort right now. When you add that effort with the instincts that he has, and he's got some certainly gifts, right? He's got size, he's got length, he's got a quick jump. But I'm just most proud of the consistent work he's put in. And, he and I have had a lot of conversations about the benefits of that. And to see it come to fruition for him, I'm just really proud of him. I have a great deal of belief in him. And I think he's playing with a great deal of confidence. So he earned the right to have a night like this.
He's going to have more double-doubles this year. He's going to have some 20 and 10 games in him still. It's going to happen. And he's going to keep getting fouled and score that way as well.
Man, I love what he just said there.
Yeah.
He earned the right to have a night like this.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't realize is, Tito, when you work hard and you get up, you get extra shots up, or you're baseball, you get extra batting practice in, you get extra pitches, football, you get an extra lifting in, core, all those things. The best part about working hard is you're controlling your destiny, but it's not guaranteeing your destiny. It's giving you an opportunity. And what Coach Diebler was highlighting is when you do those extra things and you work hard, you're due. You're going to have a good night. So continue to work hard, continue to grow. Devin, do you see that when you do these things, you're a 15 and 30 guy?
Right.
You're a 15 and 30 guy in college. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to push towards this. But this is who you really are. So
You guys know when the last time an Ohio State basketball player had a 30 and 15 game?
Number 0, Jared Sullinger. Absolutely. It's easy.
2010.
Yeah, it's
30 and 19 against South Carolina.
Absolutely. We haven't seen a double-double like that since Jared. Like I just off of the dome. Like I knew that immediately.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. By the way, Michi Johnson did not play. Personal reasons. I don't know if we have an update on that. I haven't heard anything yet. But Aaron Bradshaw is somebody who, look, Diebler said he could return soon. But they could really use Aaron Bradshaw against Kentucky, against his former team. Here's Diebler about Bradshaw.
He's still got to build up to get there. So wasn't ready to go today. You know, this is kind of an ongoing evaluation, really one day at a time.
They can't. Not having Michi. Look, you can beat Valpo without Michi and without Aaron Bradshaw. You're not going to beat Kentucky if both. I'm sorry. It's very difficult to beat Kentucky if both those guys are gone.
Yeah, and one would imagine that Bradshaw really wants to play in that game.
I got to believe he does. Yeah. I got to believe he does.
You really want to go against your old team guy that you jumped in the portal against, kind of show him what you got. So I hope he can get healthy and get back out there for Saturday. That would be a pretty cool story.
Reimer, you got a prediction for Ohio State, Kentucky? You're our college basketball guy.
So I think where this could be a little bit different for Ohio State, they obviously like to shoot a ton of threes. Auburn was making it difficult on Ohio State on Saturday because they were picking them up well beyond the three-point line and just not letting them get into their sets. Kentucky doesn't typically do that. They're still not a bad defensive team, but they're not going to be as physical as Auburn was. They're just going to be wanting to run, get the rebound, and go. And if Ohio State's put up a lot of threes and not making them, that's just going to let Kentucky do that. So I think being in the Garden, everyone's going to be juiced up, ready to go. I think it'll be much better than what it was. I think we've seen it a few times. I think they're going to bounce back on the boards and be a little bit more physical down there because they know they need to. Prediction, we'll give it a less than 10.
Less than 10 points.
Yes, Kentucky will still win, I think. But
I think if they can hold it to single digits and be competitive to where it's like not decided until the last 5 minutes for sure, I'd be okay with that with this team right now. I would like to say after what we saw with Auburn, what we saw against Maryland.
Hey, this is my thing. I think we get it done. You run that offense through Royal and Mobley. We get it done.
I made the mistake on Morning Juice of saying I thought Ohio State might beat Auburn.
Auburn's a really good team.
Auburn's a great team this year. They might be the best team in the country. Best player in the country. Might be the best team in the country. They really might be.
Yeah.
I went and checked out the Ohio State women's game yesterday. They had a noon tip-off against Grand Valley State, and Ohio State jumped out to a big 31-10 lead in the first quarter. And then, they played a little sloppy after that as far as letting Grand Valley State get back into the game. They still won 82-57. But Ohio State, after leading 44-18 at the half, got outscored 25-20 in the third quarter by Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State had no business even ever outscoring Ohio State for a quarter. But Chance Gray had 23 points in that game. Koduk, man, I'm telling you, you've got to see her in person play. If you haven't seen Koduk Man play yet, she is amazing with how physical she is and how when she gets to the rim, I bet she hit the deck 7 or 8 times in this game. Going up for shots and getting knocked over and still making the basket, and going for it was so much fun to watch. I love watching McGuff's teams.
Yeah, Coach McGuff does a great job.
Here is McGuff talking about how they were flat after the first quarter.
Didn't play well after the first quarter, and just learning to play with leads like that, and just doing the things that we did to get the lead is just a real struggle for us right now.
26 turnovers committed by Grand Valley State, or you say forced by Ohio State in that game as well. The Buckeyes, Chance Gray made 5 3-pointers. She was 5-8 from deep, finished with the 23 points, like I said. Leading rebounder, Petty had 8 rebounds in that game for Ohio State. But they play now against Stanford in the Bay Area Classic. On Friday, they'll play Stanford. No one UCLA plays Creighton also in that one, but that should be a lot of fun out there in Stanford. But it's on Friday, and I was, I hope that scheduling a cupcake like this before Stanford doesn't come back to haunt them. I don't want to play in a team like Grand Valley State, which we knew Ohio State was going to win, and then going across the country to play a decent Stanford team. I don't know if that's an ideal scenario or not.
We got to start monitoring the basketball traveling west and the records like we did with football, because I want to know if travel and leaving a day before is starting to affect performance, Tito.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out on Friday. But they got so many good sports on, so much good stuff on Saturday. I don't know.
This is a good weekend.
It's it could be a fantasticer weekend depending what happens at the Horseshoe on Saturday night. But it starts Friday night with the Indiana Notre Dame. I can't wait for all of that to get going and just being glued to my TV. I'll probably gain 9 pounds this weekend just on Saturday alone. So anyway, thank you, DeVier, for coming in tonight and doing this with me. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jacob Reimer, for all of your help as well. Make sure you stick around. There's a lot of good programming coming on tonight. Coming up next will be the Inside Edge. And then following that, it'll be On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scott Prokop for their weekly Wednesday show. That's coming up next right here, 97.1 The Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
Shop Meijer for thousands of last-minute gifts without any shipping. All ready for pickup in-store today. Choose from select board and card games like Jenga and Guess Who. Now just $10 or less. Save on select Lego playsets, now 30% off. And Melissa and Doug toys are 25% off. Get everything you need for the holidays in one stop at Meijer. And make your festive season a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Attention, Buckeye Nation. Get ready and grab a Coors Light to cheer on our Ohio State Buckeyes as we fight for a spot in the championship. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
I used to love shooting hoops with my dad, who taught me great lessons beyond the game. He was the one who helped me open my first bank account. He told me, credit unions take care of you like a teammate and often have the best rates. That's why I've been a Credit Union of Ohio member for 40 plus years.
Make life more affordable at Credit Union of Ohio. With great rates on savings and loans, Credit Union of Ohio has been trusted by families for generations. Visit cuofohio.org to join today. That's cuofohio.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Don't miss a minute of the Ohio State football postseason presented by CareSource, Kroger, and State Farm. Celebrate the culmination of the 2024 season with all of Buckeye Nation and follow along on the official athletic site. From the opening postseason kickoff to the final whistle in Atlanta, we have you covered. It's the 2024 Ohio State football postseason presented by CareSource, Kroger, and State Farm. Visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com/postseason central now for more information. Go Bucks!